accounts involved? Yes. The check and scooter. Okay. Uh, we don't use the name check as an account. Whenever we refer to a check, which account are we talking about? Bank account. Cash will be in currency. Whenever we make a payment in check, the money goes out of or goes into the bank account. So the two accounts involved are scooter and bank. Now we come to the second stage. What type of accounts are these? Real, personal, or nominal? Scooter is real. बैंक कैन ऑल्सो बी कंसिडर्ड एज रियल और पर्सनल. ठीक है, सो अगर दोनों को हम रियल कंसिडर करते हैं, डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन, क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट. सो फ्रॉम द बिजनेस व्हाट इज कमिंग इन एंड व्हाट इज गोइंग आउट? Scooter is coming in and money or is going out from the bank account. So debit what comes in, scooter account debited to bank account 8,000 rupees. Sorry, this particular transaction we will have to look in context of the first one on the 4th, where we had said purchased one scooter from Regent Automobiles on credit and all initial costs borne by the vendor 32,000. यहाँ पर हमने ट्रांजैक्शन या जर्नल एंट्री करना है स्कूटर अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू रीजेंट ऑटोमोबाइल्स. ठीक है, सो इस वजह से जो फिफ्थ की एंट्री है दैट विल नॉट बी बिटवीन स्कूटर एंड बैंक अकाउंट, it will be between bank account and Regent Automobiles. So please rewrite the entry. The two accounts involved will be bank account and Regent Automobiles. The debit to scooter has already been done on the previous day, so that is why it will not be repeated again on the 5th. So it will be bank account and Regent Automobile account. Both of these accounts are personal. बैंक को आप real या personal कुछ भी consider कर सकते हैं. So if both are considered personal, the rule for personal account says debit the receiver, credit the giver. So who's the receiver in this case? When you pay a check towards down payment for scooter to the organization from whom you had bought the scooter in the previous day. So who's the receiver? Not Monic, but Regent Automobiles. ठीक है, Regent Automobiles account debited to bank account. Yes, we are. I had first incorrectly told you कि scooter account debit होगा because I had not looked at the transaction on the 4th. ठीक है, सो फोर्थ के ट्रांजैक्शन में हमने परचेज ऑफ स्कूटर पहले ही रिकॉर्ड कर लिया है, ऑल्दो नो मनी इज पेड. सो ऑन द फोर्थ वील से स्कूटर अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू रीजेंट ऑटोमोबाइल्स 32,000 rupees, recording the fact that scooter has come into the business but money is yet to be paid. Now on the 5th, out of the 32,000 that is due to Regent Automobiles, आप 8,000 rupees पे कर रहे हैं. सो इसलिए आप लिखेंगे रीजेंट ऑटोमोबाइल्स अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू बैंक 8,000 rupees. अगर हम इसमें वापस स्कूटर को डेबिट करेंगे, दैट मीन्स स्कूटर्स वैल्यू विल राइज फ्रॉम 32,000 to 40,000 in your books of accounts, which is not right. ठीक है, स्कूटर की प्राइस तो उतनी है जितनी आप पे करने का प्रॉमिस कर चुके हैं yesterday as in 4th of April. सो उसमें से आपने 8,000 rupees दिए हैं ऑन द 5th. इज दिस क्लियर विद एवरीवन? देयर शुडंट बी एनी कंफ्यूजन. No, we will never use purchases account except for goods. जब भी आप परचेजेस अकाउंट यूज करेंगे वो सिर्फ गुड्स के लिए ही यूज करेंगे. ठीक है. सो रीजेंट ऑटोमोबाइल्स जब स्कूटर खरीदते हैं फ्रॉम द मैन्युफैक्चरर तब वो गुड्स अकाउंट यूज कर सकते हैं बिकॉज दे आर डीलिंग इन ऑटोमोबाइल्स. लेकिन हम लोग इसमें परचेजेस अकाउंट नहीं लिखेंगे बिकॉज वी आर नॉट इन द बिजनेस ऑफ परचेजिंग एंड सेलिंग स्कूटर्स. वी आर परचेजिंग एंड सेलिंग प्रोडक्ट ए जिसको आपने मेंशन किया है इन द रेस्ट ऑफ द ट्रांजैक्शन. So purchases and sales to be used only for goods, for nothing else. जब भी आप कुछ और खरीदेंगे आप उस प्रोडक्ट का नाम लेंगे, whether it is office furniture or office equipment जो आप later transaction में purchase कर रहे हैं. So यहाँ कहीं भी purchases नहीं आएगा. Purchases will only be limited to goods. Now on the 9th you had said the second transaction. Sold 20 units of product A, received check deposited in SBI. Okay, so which are the accounts involved in this transaction? First of all, product and bank. Okay, we can use sales account here because we are talking about product A. और अगर आप इस पूरे ट्रांजैक्शंस में देखें वी आर ईदर बाइंग प्रोडक्ट ए और वी आर सेलिंग प्रोडक्ट ए विच इंडिकेट्स टू अस दैट दिस इज गुड्स. ठीक है. उन्होंने ये टर्म गुड्स कहीं यूज नहीं की है लेकिन प्रोडक्ट ए को ही आप खरीद रहे हैं फ्रॉम अ सप्लायर एंड प्रोडक्ट ए ही आप बेच रहे हैं टू द कस्टमर्स. सो दिस हैपन्स टू बी योर गुड्स. दैट इज वाई इन दिस नाइन्थ ट्रांजैक्शन यू विल यूज सेल्स. Okay, so this will be goods as well as bank account are the two accounts involved. Goods account are real accounts. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So जब आप सेल करते हैं does the product come in or go out? Goes out. So sales account will be credited and the other account is bank account. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So money came into the bank account and goods went out. So bank account debited to sales within bracket goods account 27,500. Okay. Then we have the third transaction on the 11th. Purchased 85 units of product A from BCA and company on 15 days credit. So again purchase of product hai. So it will be purchases or goods account. And which other account? BCA and company is the other account which is personal in nature. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. Is BCA and company the receiver of goods or giver? In this particular transaction, it is the giver of goods. हम business के perspective से देखेंगे. We are the receiver and we as in business is the receiver and BCA and company is the giver. Okay, so debit the receiver, credit the giver. So BCA and company account will be credited and purchases or goods account will be debited. So purchases are always debited and sales are always credited. Okay, so these were the three transactions that you were not sure of. In light of these, please complete the rest of the transactions and then we'll take them up one by one. So, those of you who've done the journal entries, please start preparing the ledger accounts based on your journal entries. I'm giving you another 5 minutes, and then we'll start discussing the solution to the journal. So, has everybody completed? Yes, class. How many have you done? Right. So these are the journal entries for the given transactions. Please cross check the ones that you've made in your copies. And if you haven't done anything in your copy, then you can simply copy them out to practice on later. Any questions from any of the transactions, please ask me. In what context? Issued a check means चेक बना के साइन करके उनको दे दिया रीजेंट ऑटोमोबाइल्स को. Yeah, the check is going out or money is going out from the bank account. तभी हम चेक अकाउंट नहीं बोलते, वी सी बैंक अकाउंट. चेक इज द इंस्ट्रूमेंट दैट इज यूज टू पुश मनी आउट और bring money in. Okay. Anyone else? Any questions? Please note these journal entries down because we'll require them for the ledger. Given a set of journal entries, are you all able to do ledger accounts? Yes. No. Definitely not to be written as purchases. You will be able to understand this at the second stage of financial accounting that we're going to be doing. जब हम प्रॉफिट कैलकुलेट करते हैं, सो वो प्राइमरीली डिफरेंस होता है बिटवीन परचेजेस एंड सेल्स. ठीक है, जितनी भी ये परचेज डेबिट हो रहा है बार बार और सेल्स क्रेडिट हो रहा है बार बार, सो एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर all the total purchases are compared with all the total sales, and this is essentially what your profitability is. So that is why we limit the use of word purchase and sales to only products that you're dealing in. ठीक है, अब इन्होंने हो सकता है ऑफिस फर्नीचर कहीं ऐसी जगह से लिया हो वेयर दे नो द सेलर, सो दे गॉट द ऑफिस फर्नीचर एट अ वेरी गुड प्राइस, एंड somebody who sees their office furniture wants to buy it off them. तो वो दे माइट बी विलिंग टू सेल इट टू देम अगर वो अच्छी प्राइस ऑफर करते हैं. बट यहाँ पर हमें ये चीज़ का ध्यान रखना है कि ऑल्दो दे आर सेलिंग और थिंकिंग ऑफ सेलिंग फर्नीचर, दे आर नॉट एक्चुअली फर्नीचर डीलर्स. सो प्रॉफिट जब हम किसी बिजनेस का डिफाइन करते हैं, हम उसी एक्टिविटी में से सारा प्रॉफिट डिफाइन करते हैं जो उनकी कोर एक्टिविटी है. व्हाट इज इट दैट दे डू? Okay, so additional activities are never allowed to affect the profit or loss of a particular year. इस अगर वो ऑफिस फर्नीचर बेचने पे अगर उनको कोई प्रॉफिट होगा, इट विल बी शोन सेपरेटली एज प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम सेल ऑफ एसेट्स, but it will not be confused with the regular profit which you're earning from buying and selling of product. So that is why when you purchase office furniture, the account name is office furniture account, not purchases. When you purchase office equipment, the account name is office equipment account, not purchases. But when you purchase goods or units of product A, then it comes as purchases. Is this clear? Okay. Anything else? Advertisement is a nominal account. Okay. Neither real nor personal. So that is why nominal. Yes, anyone else? Any problems? Has everybody noted these transactions, the one you see on your screen? I'm going to scroll up now so that you can do the rest of them also. सो जिन्होंने खुद से किया था वो अपना चेक कर लें, और जहां उनको कन्विंसिंग नहीं लगे करेक्शन, यू कैन आस्क मी. एंड दोज ऑफ यू हु डिडंट डू द जर्नल एंट्रीज, प्लीज copy these down. The transactions are already available with you. You can try them on your own and then cross check from this solution. हाँ जी. Yeah, we're referring to drawings account. Normally, when we refer to the owner, we say capital. Okay. But this is an exception, or similar exceptions are made when the proprietor withdraws money for personal use. ये इसमें लैंग्वेज इंपॉर्टेंट है. जब प्रोप्राइटर अपना इन्वेस्टमेंट वापस विड्रॉ कर रहा है, तब हम कैपिटल अकाउंट को डेबिट करेंगे. पर यहाँ पर वो मनी विड्रॉ कर रहे हैं फॉर देयर पर्सनल यूज, सो दैट मीन्स दे आर विड्रॉइंग अ पोर्शन ऑफ प्रॉफिट बिफोर इट इज कैलकुलेटेड. I hope everybody understands that profit is earned every day, not in a day. Throughout the running of the organization, you're earning profit. Calculation हम चाहे एक साल के बाद करें, लेकिन प्रॉफिट की अर्निंग तो बिजनेस ऑपरेशंस के साथ ही स्टार्ट हो जाती है. So when Monik Verma is withdrawing money for personal use, he is actually withdrawing a portion of the profit जो उन्हीं का है rightfully. सो इसलिए हम कैपिटल नहीं यूज करके वी यूज द टर्म ड्राइंग्स. एंड ड्राइंग्स लाइक कैपिटल इज ऑल्सो अ पर्सनल अकाउंट. ओके. सो डेबिट द रिसीवर, क्रेडिट द गिवर. उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में ड्राइंग्स अकाउंट विल बी डेबिटेड एंड बैंक और कैश अकाउंट विल बी क्रेडिटेड. The similar transaction is made when withdrawal of product takes place. जो भी इनका प्रोडक्ट ए है जिसमें ये बिजनेस डील कर रहा है, हो सकता है प्रोपराइटर इंटरेस्टेड हो उस प्रोडक्ट को घर पे यूज करने के लिए. सो देन द प्रोपराइटर withdraws product for use. So then also drawings account will be debited and the goods account will be credited. Okay. Yes, Aditya. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does amount to withdrawal, but this is withdrawal for personal use. That is what creates the drawing account. जब withdrawal होता है for business use, then the transaction is between cash account and bank account, because the business will withdraw money from the bank account and keep it in the cash box till it is to be spent. Okay. Yeah, drawings will only be used where the money is being withdrawn, money or goods are being withdrawn for the personal use of the proprietor rather than for business use. Okay, this is being done to make a distinction between what is the organization's transactions and what are the individual's transactions. अभी हो सकता है that there is a situation where the proprietor keeps withdrawing a lot of money or goods for personal use. And at the end of the year they'll say हमारा तो revenue ही नहीं है, ये business profitable नहीं है. So they will be incorrect in assuming that the business is unprofitable, because the business would have been profitable had they sold the product rather than consumed it for personal use. ठीक है. When we were kids, we had a fantasy कि अगर हमारी chocolates का shop होती या factory होती. So but अगर आपकी फैक्ट्री या शॉप होती भी, then also doesn't mean you have an unlimited supply of chocolates and sweet. And if you're withdrawing a huge amount of chocolates and sweets from your own business, then you can't cry foul at the end of the year and say कि ये तो business ही profitable नहीं है. ठीक है, इस किस्म की मिसकंसेप्शन अवॉइड करने के लिए थ्रू अकाउंटिंग वी ट्राई टू कीप अ वेरी क्लीन रिकॉर्ड ऑफ व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन द बिजनेस एंड व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन द प्रोप्राइटर्स पर्सनल लाइफ. ओके. ओके. या या द रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स यू विल बी सेलिंग. सो उसमें रिवर्स एंट्री होती है. ठीक है, जैसे हमने स्कूटर परचेज किया, सो वी सेड स्कूटर अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू कैश. ओके, सो इफ यू डिसाइड कि अभी स्कूटर हमें बिजनेस में नहीं चाहिए एंड आई वांट टू सेल द स्कूटर ऑफ, so you will not use the term sales, you will say cash account or bank account debited to scooter account. So जैसे ही आपने स्कूटर अकाउंट को क्रेडिट कर दिया, उसमें जो डेबिट बैलेंस था वो कैंसल आउट हो जाता है एंड द स्कूटर अकाउंट कम्स एट अ जीरो बैलेंस. ओके, और जो भी उसमें प्रॉफिट या लॉस होता है वो एडजस्ट हो जाएगा. You're going to write cash or bank account debited to scooter account. ठीक है, सो इसमें क्या होगा, अगर आपका 32,000 का स्कूटर है एंड यू सेल इट फॉर 32,000, सो देन द एंट्री इज वेरी सिंपल. कैश अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू स्कूटर अकाउंट 32,000 debit and 32,000 credit. But just in case you made a profit, so profit की सिचुएशन में क्या होगा कि आपको 32,000 से ज्यादा पैसा मिलेगा. Okay, so then the entry gets modified slightly. You say cash account debited 34,000 to scooter account 32,000, and another account you will add is to profit on sale of scooter, on sale of scooter account 2,000 rupees. So 30, no, not on the sheet. I'm just writing it on the paper that I have here. Okay. So cash account debited 34,000, actual amount of money received. Scooter account credited with 32,000 to cancel out the effect that I do not any longer have a scooter. And 2,000 rupees जो आपको extra मिले हैं, उसको आप credit करेंगे profit on sale of scooter account. Right? So इस पूरी transaction में sales कहीं भी नहीं आएगा. Because scooter is not the product that you're dealing in normally. Reverse, I'm saying, because when we buy scooter, we debit the account, and when we sell scooter, we credit the account. Okay, so वो cancellation effect हो जाता है उसका when you look at the ledger account. So is everybody clear with how we record transactions in the ledger? No, for business purposes. Had it been bought for personal use, तो फिर हम उसको in transaction में consider ही नहीं करते. ठीक है, it has only been included, and only those purchases will be included in the business's transaction which are primarily supposed to be for business use. So ऐसा नहीं है कि proprietor उसको personal use के लिए नहीं ले सकता है, but it has been bought primarily for use in business. Okay, anything else, anyone? Okay, so once we have all the journal entries with us, we have about 10 minutes. Let me quickly do one ledger account with you people. with you helping me do it so that I can be assured that you've understood the concept of posting into the ledger. Okay? So we are going to do a ledger account. I have a format on the next sheet already prepared. अब कौन से अकाउंट को प्रिपेयर करना चाहते हैं आप? बैंक अकाउंट, ओके. So cash and bank account as it is have the maximum transactions. So let's prepare the bank account. Okay. Now I'll go back to the journal for the transactions involving the bank account. Let us first of all color all the transactions where bank account appears, either credited or debited, so that our job becomes easier when we are recording them in the ledger. So आप भी छोटा टिक या मार्क कुछ कर सकते हैं to help your ledger accounts. Okay, so there are a lot of transaction of bank account in this question. So we are marking all of them where bank has been either debited or credited. Okay, so I've marked all the transactions which had the bank account involvement. Now let us look at the first one on the 2nd of April. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू कैश. सो जब हम इसको रिकॉर्ड करेंगे लेजर में, जहां पर भी बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट होगा वो हम लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे लिखेंगे एज और यूजिंग द प्रीफिक्स टू, और जहां भी बैंक अकाउंट क्रेडिट हो रहा है इट विल बी रिटन ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड यूजिंग द प्रीफिक्स बाय. सो ऑन द 2nd of April, the journal entry is bank account debited to cash. So in the ledger, I'm going to write down on the debit side to cash, the name of the other account. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट हो रहा है ये पता लग रहा है हमें बिकॉज हम बैंक के डेबिट साइड पे इसको रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं, और जो भी अकाउंट क्रेडिट हो रहा है उसका नाम हम लिखते हैं आफ्टर द प्रीफिक्स टू. सो बैंक अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू कैश. What is the value of the transaction? 2 lakh rupees. Okay. So this is the recording in the ledger for the first bank account transaction. Then on the third, bank account is being credited and rent account is being debited. So jab jab bank credit hoga, we will write it on the right hand side as by, what was that? Rent. अब यहाँ पर बैंक क्रेडिट हो रहा है, सो इस ट्रांजैक्शन में देखेंगे कि कौन सा अकाउंट डेबिट हुआ है. डेबिट हुआ है रेंट अकाउंट. वैल्यू इज 3000 और 3500. 3000. ठीक है. Now we move on to the third one. Regent Automobiles account debited to bank. So again, bank is being credited. So on the right hand side as by Regent Automobiles. By Regent Automobiles account. And the value of the transaction is 8000. और ये ट्रांजैक्शन आपकी थी 5th अप्रैल की. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट है 7th अप्रैल. ऑफिस इक्विपमेंट अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू बैंक. नाउ बैंक इज बीइंग क्रेडिटेड अगेन. सो बाय ऑफिस equipment account, and this is 5th of April, and this is 7th of April, and the value of the office equipment was 17 something. 250. Okay. Now going back to the journal, office equipment is done. Now we are left with purchases account debited to bank account on the 8th. Again, to bank account. So on the right hand side, by purchases, by purchases, and let me also specify goods. Okay. This was the 8th April, and the value of the transaction was 66,000. Now, after this transaction, we have the next one on the 9th. Bank account debited to sales 27,500. So, अब bank account debit हो रहा है. So, to sales 27,500 and date है हमारा 9th of April. Right? Now, after the 9th, then we have on the 10th, advertisement account debited to bank. So, because bank is being credited, we will write by advertisement on the 10th of April. By advertisement, कितना वैल्यू है 2500. सो ये हो गया आपका एडवर्टाइजमेंट वाला ट्रांजैक्शन. नाउ वी आर लेफ्ट विद दिस वन, बैंक अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू LIR and company. So bank account is being debited, so to LIR and company. The date of the transaction is 14th and the amount is 55,825. 55,825 and 14th April. Then we have on the 15th BCA and company debited to bank. So इस transaction में bank credit हो रहा है. So by BCA and company on the 15th of April, and the value of the transaction is 1,07,525. Okay. अब हमारे पास लास्ट रह गया बैंक का ट्रांजैक्शन ड्राइंग्स वाला. ड्राइंग्स अकाउंट डेबिटेड टू बैंक. सो इसमें भी बैंक क्रेडिट हो रहा है. सो बैंक के क्रेडिट साइड पे लिखेंगे एज बाय ड्राइंग्स, and the date of the transaction is the 19th and amount is 5,000. So 19th April by drawings 5,000. Okay. Now, once we've recorded all the transactions of bank account, whether it was debited or credited, into the respective sides, we will now balance the account. ठीक है. अब दोनों साइड्स को हम टोटल करेंगे. मैं यहाँ स्क्रीन पे ही कर रही हूँ, आप लोग प्लीज रफ में करिएगा. So we have 2,83,325 on the debit side and 2,09,275 on the credit side. ठीक है. So what are we going to do now? We are going to calculate the difference in the two. So is equal to 2,83,325, which is bigger, minus 2,09,275. So the difference in the two sides comes out to be 74,050. This will be written on the lighter side. वो वाला side जिसमें amount या total कम है, which in our case happens to be the right hand side. So I'm going to be deleting this and I'll write on the 30th of April, last day of the month, by balance carried down 74,050, difference in the two sides. And if our calculation of the difference is correct, then now our two sides should be equal. So यहाँ पर हम उसको रीटोटल कर देंगे. So I get 2,83,325 on the right hand side, which I know is the same as the left hand side. But just for format sake, I will retotal the left hand side also to bring down the balances to the same line. Okay. So 2,83,325 on both the sides. जैसे ही आपके अमाउंट्स एग्री कर जाते हैं, इसका मतलब ये जो 74,050 की आपकी कैलकुलेशन है ये करेक्ट है. और अब आप इसके नीचे डबल लाइन ड्रॉ कर देंगे to show that the account has been balanced. So on the 30th of April, you have ended up with a balance of 74,050, which is the one you're going to transfer to me. अब आपकी कैलकुलेशन से आपको मालूम है कि आपका लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वाज मोर एंड राइट हैंड साइड वाज लेस. So you will bring back the difference to the left hand side on the 1st of May. You will say 2 because it's the left hand side. So 2 balance brought down 74,050. ठीक है. अब ये 2,83,000 वाला जो अमाउंट है इसके नीचे हमने डबल लाइन ड्रॉ कर दी है. अब ये सारे अमाउंट्स हमारे लिए इररेलेवेंट हो गए जो डबल लाइन से ऊपर है. अब ये अकाउंट कंटिन्यू होगा विद 74,050 एज द स्टार्टिंग बैलेंस. अब मई में जो भी ट्रांजैक्शंस होंगी उनमें ये 74 बढ़ेगा विद द एडिशन ऑफ कैश और कम होगा विद द पेमेंट्स मेड थ्रू द बैंक अकाउंट. सो जब भी आप डिपॉजिट करेंगे बैंक अकाउंट में 74,050 विल इंक्रीज and whenever you withdraw it will decrease. Is this clear with everyone? The process of posting transactions into the ledger. So method यही सेम रहेगा लेकिन आपको सारे अकाउंट्स को बनाना है इसी तरह से. Okay, whether it has one transaction or it has multiple. So do we have a class tomorrow? Right? So everybody please complete all the ledger accounts of this question by tomorrow's class and then we'll continue from there. We'll first discuss the balances and then we'll move forward from there. Okay? Thank you, class. I've already downloaded your attendance. So I did it at around, I think, 3:30 or something. So anybody who's joined after that is absent as far as I'm concerned. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm disconnecting the meet. Vaishnavi, are you there?